we must distinguish between rhetoric and reality. In terms of rhetoric, in terms of what people say, everybody's in favor of free markets, everybody's in favor of competition. 25, 30, 40, 50 years ago, that was not the case. People then were talking about the virtues of central planning, of centralized control. In terms of rhetoric, we have won the battle, as it were. That was sealed with the fall of the Berlin Wall. But in terms of practice, governments are larger and more intrusive today than they were 40 or 50 years ago. In terms of practice, we have been continuing to lose the war. Now, I don't regard that as necessarily a pessimistic sign. History shows over centuries that there's a long lag, a long time delay between changes in rhetoric and changes in practice. Adam Smith wrote The Wealth of Nations in 1776. Britain repealed the Corn Laws in 1820s or 30s, I've forgotten the exact date, but about 30 or 40 years ago, before. The Fabian Socialist Party was formed at the end of the 19th century, in the 1880s, if I remember rightly. Britain started turning to socialism around 1910. So there's a long delay. And the change in the rhetoric will, I believe, change practice. But it will change practice only if we can establish a public opinion and a public attitude that will force a decline in the size of government. And the most effective way of doing that, to go back, is to cut down the amount of money they have to spend.